Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Hopefully you're finding your sweetheart, or you're delivering on giving your parents some Valentines, or that special something, whatever the case. Today we're going to be talking about top Valentine's Day scams. As you think of the one I said right away on Tiffany, well, I guess we got the romance scam to talk about. She's like, well, there's a lot of other ones besides that, Jeremy. But Valentine's Day, it's still a popular, popular as it ever has been, right?
Consumers are going to spend $26 billion over Valentine's Day on cards, gifts, and flowers, according to the National Retail Federation. So, this is a ripe opportunity for scammers to get involved and try to take your money and your personal information.
There's something about that timeliness of of the season, so works right in there. We'll start with the first one, and that's just an imposter website. So you find that too good to be true offer from maybe a social media account or email or even text message. Now we're getting blasted with text messages all the time. Probably imposter.
Scammers know that people are shopping online. It's easy, it's convenient, and the package is delivered right to your front door. So, what do? Whether you're looking for jewelry or if you're looking for flowers, they are going to throw up a fake website that looks legitimate where they actually lift photos and logos and maybe even promotions from legitimate websites and make them their own. So, they will lure you to their website instead of the official website to collect your financial and personal information. So be careful.
Yeah, you said this in a recent interview, and I say it. I think it's really good. Is go to the direct source. Look for the direct. Don't take the shortcut. Don't take the unknown path, so to speak. Go to the source because it's just safer that way, and you know it's legit, right?
Buy from those retailers that you know and trust.
Got to go straight to the source. Romance scams. This is the one that we probably think of the most, which actually goes on all year long. So while we point attention to it right now, this actually continues a lot, especially maybe during the winter time in the Midwest, because we're all inside and sad of the cold weather.
We haven't talked about romance scams in a while, but you're right. This goes on all year long. And during Valentine's Day, it really peaks because people are out there looking for love. Maybe they're widowed, maybe they're isolated, maybe they're looking for friendship and they go on an online dating site, or maybe they even received a misconnection text message and they start a conversation and eventually a relationship with the person on the other end, but they never meet. They're going to get married, but they have never met in person. And that person on the other line starts telling them about their hardship, and they go ahead and they ask them for money. Maybe their paycheck is late, or they didn't put enough hours in, and they need some groceries. Can you give me $100 for that? And they're successful with the 100. So then they need car repairs and they need 500, and it goes on and on and on. And they're going to get married. They're in love. They're going to meet, but that never materializes. And the relationship can go on for quite some time before the victim realizes that they are in love with a non existent person.
Yeah, and it can be scary, and lots of dollars have been lost in this. Not only just in just your money, but even your personal data and everything. So it's a tough one. Do your homework. That's probably my favorite term that you use. Do your homework before you choose a site there to find a companion. The wrong number scam is a very interesting one. I've gotten this one many times, and I'm like, come on, how can this even work? It's terrible.
I had touched on this one with romance scams where you inadvertently answer a text message, somebody who connects with the wrong phone. And Jeremy, you've probably even done it yourself. I have too, where I was putting in a phone number and I accidentally reached somebody else. What's the harm on responding to it, right? Oh, you've reached the wrong number. Well, scammers know that people do that and they start a conversation with you online in hopes of gathering your personal information. So be careful with who you respond to. If it's seemingly maybe a text message that's out of place and it doesn't belong to you, it's not necessarily a good idea to respond to it.
Yeah, we all have done it, right? We've all done it, but don't keep that communication going. Not a good thing there. The fake florist scam would be another top one that I would think of this time of year. Certainly flower prices seem to escalate around this time of year. Supply and demand, I suppose. But you see that too good to be true offer with a florist. Boy, you got to think twice before making that purchase.
Flowers are one of the top gifts that people give for Valentine's Day, and scammers know that. So they'll throw up fake websites with great deals trying to get your business, and they're not getting your business, they're getting your personal and financial information. You may get a delivery of flowers, you may not, or they're substandard to the quality. So always research the florist that you are purchasing from. Purchase directly, either by calling or visiting their local website, and always look for that contact information. If it's missing a guarantee, if it's missing contact information, a phone number, an email address, it could be fraudulent.
Yeah, something to definitely just stop, think about it before you act on it, because it pretty much, if you look across the board, those prices are probably going to be pretty similar. So if you see something that just falls short of that, it's got to be a red flag for sure. If you come across any of these scams, you might not think reporting it is, like what is my one report really going to do? But we don't talk about these things without people reporting them.
Collectively, it's so important to report it to bbb.org/scam tracker. Your report is going to help to warn others of the scams taking place in the marketplace. You can look up to see what scams are taking place in your area. Maybe you've experienced a scam and you're not sure if it's a scam, so you can look up and see if anybody else had encountered a situation like that. And we also get that information and we push that out to consumers so that they know what's going on. And when there's a pattern, we will put that information out there into the hands of the consumer and talk about it in on platforms like this.
All right, Tiffany. Well, I appreciate your time as always. Again, one more time, if people would like to report or stay up to date on the latest scams that are out there, where can they follow you at?
Report at bbb.org/scam tracker. Do your homework on bbb.org.
All right, Tiffany. Thank you so much for your time as always. And we'll check back in a little bit later this month.
Thanks for having me.